Yes, correct.
That's pretty.
Okay.
It starts at 9, so we should have at 8. Yeah.
So when you cook Danette,
I have 90. Yeah.
Danette, what are you cooking? Pancakes, sausage?
And eggs.
Oh, and eggs too?
Yeah, yeah. So, those are my, let's keep that those for a couple years now. And then food trays,
Yes, I have that on my list.
and then, oh, hi, Anthony.
Yeah.
I should put this behind.
Yeah.
You don't want that on mine? No. Only a big bottle of wine.
Put
Not
it over by your cigarettes.
There you go. Add it also.
Good, how are you? And, go to Wall Street now?
You were very confident on me. Well, one of the producers lives in Florida, and she's actually, I was telling her that, she has, she's producing a segment for Pat Tomsulo about dumplings, and he wants little kids and walking, I go, oh, we can just, and we got kids, we got.
I got the whole thing.
We got.
Sorry about that. I usually will.
Hold on.
I don't think that's all
Hold
right.
on.
Let's get her done.
Oh, it's 6, okay, we're ready.
I just think that's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's 6 o'clock and time for the November 20th, 2025 Board of Commissioners board meeting. Roll call.
Alsamora, Lyons. Here. McDermott, Sansoni.
Here.
Gillian.
Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I have a motion to approve the agenda, please.
Motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call roll.
Alsamora, Lyons. McDermott, Sansoni.
Aye.
Gillian.
Need approval of the October 16th regular board meeting minutes. Motion?
Motion.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, call roll.
Alsamora, Lyons. Aye. You're going too fast, girl. McDermott, Sansoni.
Aye.
Gillian.
Aye. I need approval of the minutes for the closed session of October 16th, 2025 regular board meeting. Motion?
Motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call roll.
Alsamora, Lyons. Aye. McDermott, Sansoni.
Aye.
Gillian.
Any correspondence?
We did, we got quite a few correspondence.
That can either be a really good thing or.
No, it was, they're good. If anybody's interested, we could get the updated park district code. We also, I brought a copy of the Hall of Fame inductee award dinner, which was really nice. We got a thank you to the Park District Board. Apologies. We got a thank you from the Park District, or from Andrea Balzovich for recognizing her at the meeting, which was really nice. We received donation from the Fisher House. We also received from Cook County Clerk's Office. We will again be a host for the election. We received later just suggestion that resident Jeremy Hill sent to us, just suggesting a couple of different ideas to communicate. So if anybody wants to look over that, and then the final one I'm going to talk about actually later. So that's, and then we also got the Best of the Best award, and I brought in the book if anybody's interested in looking at all the other award winners.
Thank you. And just let the record reflect that Commissioner Elson Warren joined us. Public comment. you're gonna make a public comment, just stand and tell us who you are and where you live, and we'll be glad to listen.
Come on, Mike.
Anybody?
I'm Mike Hill. I'm director of our Forest Park Youth Soccer Association. The reason I wanted to be here, along with some of the other parents and coaches that are involved, just to get an idea of where we stand with the field replacement, the turf soccer field being a replacement, and that schedule on how that looks for us moving forward. We know we're moving forward, but the schedule and how that fits into next year's plans for you guys, and of course our plans, and how I will need to adjust around it if we need to, or if we're fine. So just wanted to get an idea, and that's why we wanted to be here, to be present, and make sure it's still on task, and that we're moving forward, and that we can adjust.
Thank you, sir. I believe Jackie does have an update for us.
Yeah, that is on the agenda, so we'll
Okay,
update
we'll
that.
come back to that. And then you'll have another chance, public comment, if you have questions after she's given a report on that. Okay? One of our favorite times of the meeting is the employee of the month.
All right, so I will just hand it over to Danette and Andrew to talk a little bit about and welcome our employee of the month, which you might be surprised, but we're not really good at.
He's got a big smile.
Exactly.
He's always got a big smile on his
He
face.
does, so, I mean, I can start out by saying, Anthony has been a pleasure to have at the Roost Recreation Center, greeting our customers really early every single morning. The nice thing is we can always count on you to make sure that you are there. You open that building up way before some of us are even awake. So that's what I want to say about that. So thank you for that, and I know these guys have some stuff to say.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony, for everything you've done for us. It's just been a joy to work with him. We don't have to worry about how that building's gonna open at 5 o'clock, 5 days a week. So he stand up, Anthony, stand.
Come on, stand up and be recognized. Anthony Huff is our employee.
It's really been a pleasure. This has been the best job I've had in my entire life. So I love everybody, I love working at the park district. I'm a kind of a people person, so being around people. So it's the perfect job. Again, thank you for the honor, guys.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Anthony, we need some pictures, yeah. Did you,
We hired Anthony 8 years ago, right? And I can count on one hand how many days he's taken off.
What's that?
Yeah, Anthony, an actual plan picture.
And we're gonna get your picture over here, let's do the wall. Good to see you. Who wants to be our center?
You need to get that employee of the month in front of us.
Well, that's-
Just look at employee of the month.
Like the office instead of it is your birthday.
Yeah, employee of the month. All right, can I get the other over? Little sets.
Take a couple, ready, 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Thank you again, sir. Happy holidays.
Good job. Yeah,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I want this to be introduced to
I know that everybody's dreams.
It's time for the treasurer's report.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming. I have 3 accounts payable checks. The first one was issued 10/17/2025 in the amount of $136,643.11. The second one was issued 10/31/2025 in the amount of $171,940.73. And the third one was issued November 14, 2025, in the amount of $47,879. The total disbursements were $356,462.84.
Thank you. I need a motion that the board approve disbursement for October and November of 2025 totaling $356,462.84.
Motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Elsa Moore. Lyons. McDermott. Sansoni.
Aye.
Gillian.
Aye. Let's talk about financial statements.
They look good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That the board accept, I need a motion that the board accept the financial statements for the close of October 2025. Motion?
Motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Elsa Moore. Lyons. McDermott. Sorry. Sansoni.
Aye.
Gillian.
Any other matters for discussion? Okay, let's hear from Andrew, Building Parks.
All right, we had some big things going on recently. We met with our construction company that's gonna fix our pool leak yesterday. They are going to do it throughout the winter. As soon as they're finished, when we get some more warm weather, they're gonna pour concrete over the spot that they're cutting open. And then we're gonna get the pool repainted. December 11th to the 18th, we're gonna have the roof gym floor for refinishing, and then we're also gonna be adding pickleball lines in there. And then lastly, we really spent a lot of time, Izzo and the maintenance guys, doing the lights outside. We eliminated most of the flashing, so but I think it looks nice. So if anyone has any comments, anything, talk to me afterwards. But I think they did a great job with the buildings and outside.
I'll tell you now, it looks great.
Okay, good. Izzo's very nervous for me
He
to
is
report
very
back to them about what you guys thought, so.
It looks really good so far.
Like it has a flow, like,
Yes.
and if you ask him, he'll tell you exactly what
you're thinking.
what he was thinking, yes.
And I like lights too. I
Yep.
like that. I think it's a great touch.
Awesome. All right, that's all I got, guys.
That all you have, sir?
Yep.
Any questions for Andrew? Hearing none, let's hear the recreation report.
So as we talked about, we have sand breakfast coming up, and sand breakfast is at 9, so it's gonna help us get here between 8:30, but I think we're gonna go in around 8. We're excited about the pickleball lines being painted. It's the last thing for pickleball we have to do. You have the courts, now we have lines in the room, so that should be numbered. We've got some good programs coming up for break. We have a volleyball camp, we have a basketball camp. The kids are going to the batting cages. There's a field trip next week Tuesday. So it's been nice. We've been able to add some really good stuff. The busy dance is going good, basketball's going good. She's looking at creating a basketball league next spring is what she's talking about. So, and then Ryan's doing all the same stuff. We're good. I'll make sure that those camps are great. They're here next week. So, and we're starting to plan for summer. We're starting to ask people. Believe it or not, so yeah, a lot of good things happening with us.
Thank you.
Registration numbers look good.
They do, yeah,
Not
they
bad.
do, they really do.
Isn't one of the volleyball camps already full?
Yes, the first section is full, 21 kids, just like that, barely any marketing, couple.
Yeah, 2 posts in 2 weeks and it was full.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So we're looking maybe to start a volleyball league in this, there's another one starting next year, too, so.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Adam, communications and marketing.
Well, recreation programming wise, things have been going well. I think we've really found a good approach to trying new things, and then when things work, we've done a really good job kind of growing them, but not growing them too quickly. So we've built like a really good foundation, I think, on a lot of these younger things. So that's been really fun on my end, watching something go from 0 to 2 posts and it's full. Just seeing things that we struggled to fill before, so that's really cool. Also cool is we are in the final phase of our web development, so I likened it with Jackie today. She got to kind of take a peek behind the curtain, and I said it's like when the bride comes down the stairs in her dress and the dad gets the first look. I said this was my first look with Jackie, and she smiled and I was so happy. So we basically got everything there. There's nothing like a 3-month wait for the reveal, and then it's like, all right, here we go. Do you like it? So we're in that. Everyone on staff's gotten to look, got to look at their pages. But I was telling Jackie, the nice thing about this is from day one, this was truly like a company-wide effort where the second we started, I sent the rec staff a thing and I said, what are things that you need to let people know that we put out there, but we need to make sure it's more front facing. And I got a list of notes like that. And I think everybody's wants and desires are reflected through the web pages, which is cool. I think it's something that we're all proud of. We're still on schedule, which rarely ever happens like that. So we're still on schedule for a mid-December launch for the website and the program guide. We just jumped into phase draft 3 on that, or draft 2 submission on that. So we got a lot rolling right now, but we're gonna have a lot going out that's really gonna showcase, I think, us at our best. I think we've been rolling really well lately. And I think mid-December is gonna be a really cool kind of push out of all that.
Did you put it out, or it's very possible I missed it, but have you put out on our current website that people should start watching for the new webpage and stuff?
So I wanted to wait until we were officially
You
moving
should.
into, yeah, I didn't want to say, hey, December 15th, take a look for this, and then there's a chance that maybe a week later, but I think in talking with the designer yesterday, he said that we should be at our final checklist now. So we should be able to start kind of getting those breadcrumbs ready and then saying like, hey, everybody, look forward to a new program guide and a new website mid-December. It's the week before kind of everything really slows down for Christmas. So we're hoping that that time period really kind of allows people to enjoy it, take it in, and outside of the usual hustle and bustle of, everyday life. Like, it's going to be a little bit more of a relaxed time period. So,
Copy. Thank you.
yep.
It looks really good.
Jeff?
I mean, the whole bright thing, but it looks.
I don't say normal things, but I was very happy that she liked it. But yeah, if anyone does want to get a look at it, reach out to me and I can set up some time. We can take a peek at it. You were absolutely correct. Squarespace is awesome.
It is.
I love it. So, and the designer did some really cool stuff with it, made some custom modules, but I think it's going to be really, I think people are going to be really well suited to use it. So.
And I was gonna say the trunk or treat video was really, really nicely done and really cute. So.
I give a lot of credit to Joel for coming and helping me out taking pictures because it allows me to really focus on the video side, the video part of it. So I really like the tag team that we've been able to do at some of these events with the video and the picture coverage. So thank you, I appreciate it.
It was really good.
Thank you, Adam. Jeff, have you got any good news for a change? Your good news isn't all of our good news. We all just got our tax bills.
Yeah, right,
Yes.
exactly. So the tax bill did go out, as you guys all know. Fortunately, I haven't seen any money yet, but that's not actually out of the ordinary. Traditionally, the money arrives on Fridays, so I hope that tomorrow morning we'll get some money, and if not, I'm sure it will start trickling in over the next several weeks, of course. We did get our promissory note taken care of with Forest Park Bank, so we are operating with those funds. So it was a little tight there at the end, but we survived to get to that point. So,
Jeff, just for the benefit of our audience tonight, would you just, for the record, state how late the tax bills are?
well, I would say the tax bills would usually be out around August 1st. With a due date of around September 1st. And they did not come out until last Friday, the 14th of November. So that is about 3 months late. And that put us, and I heard from other agencies that it was under a lot of financial strain.
School district.
And just other Cook County suburban agencies. So we were running low on funds.
Well, the challenge too is the fall time is when we do all of our projects, because that's the ideal. Everything closes, we complete all of our construction projects that we need to do for the next year. And so we were already midway doing projects and all of a sudden
Yeah.
we're not getting our funds in, so.
Yeah, and you heard Commissioner Roy talk about the fact that we had 3 check runs totaling since last meeting for $356,000. And so a lot of that is our projects we're working on preparing for the next summer season, as well as other things, just routine maintenance. And so that was not fun for me. Not fun for me, but we are going to be okay once that tax money starts coming in. And like I said, we will definitely, the due date is, I think, December 14th or 15th, and so all of you go home, if you haven't paid your bill, please pay it. And tell
That's his little, your plug for the day.
Keep us funded. Anyways, so the money, like I said, we did get basically, we worked out a bond with Forest Park Bank to keep us operating, so that will become due on March 1st, I should say. So we're okay, everybody's gonna get paid. So that's good news. So the only other thing I wanted to report is that we are completing our first year with Paylocity. It's coming up to be the end of the year. Paylocity will be responsible for generating and distributing our W-2s. That has always been kind of a challenge. But one nice thing this year is the W-2s will also be electronically delivered via the Paylocity app. So any employee that has worked for us either over the summer or currently works for us now, they can download and use the app to get their W-2s as well as other pay stubs, all that kind of stuff. So that will make distribution of the W-2s a lot easier. We always get a handful back in the mail, and that we do our best to try to get those into people's hands, and it can sometimes be a challenge. So now we can just say, get it down, they can download it from the app. Because I always get those calls, they need a W-2 at the last minute. So anyways, any other questions for the business department? Thanks.
Hearing none.
All right, so we already talked a little bit about the pool repairs. Definitely a situation that thanks to the maintenance, and actually we also had Dominique kind of sat in to understand how long these things take, so that was good. Our Veterans Day event was awesome, again, because most in part because of the band and choir for PMSA. We were very thankful. They do this they volunteer their time on their day off of school. So we're looking forward to them hosting their holiday recital. I think that's here at the admin building. That'll really help their families because the church that they were doing got closed down.
If you guys haven't heard that band,
They're so good. They blew us
try
away.
to come for the Christmas.
Yeah.
It'll blow you away.
They do such a good job. Yeah. I
Were
spoke,
they the back to school thing?
this was a Veterans Day.
But no, I'm saying, but in the summertime, when they like that.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah, I heard it before, yeah.
They're very good.
I heard it, sorry.
I spoke with the village administrator about looking into getting the stop sign at Hannah and Harrison. We're in the process of working that out. Those details, I'm still trying to get the final payment from IDNR for Remembrance Park grant. And tomorrow staff are going to the Risk Management Institute, and I need to know who's going to conference. Also, I do want to touch a little bit on the H&R building. So H&R, as we know, is the building here that we purchased. Larry's been leasing from us since January. He's kind of been telling us since June, he's ready to go, he's ready to go. He told us he was going to be out on October 31st. We've not put any pressure on him whatsoever. We said, take your time. When we stopped by before the 31st, he said, I need some more time, no problem. We did stop by and meet with him yesterday. And he wants us to tell him to leave. Because he's done. Like, if that makes any sense, he's done. But he just keeps bringing customers that like, oh, I'll help you, I'll help you. So we said, we're working with him. He is moving out. So we can tell there is a difference.
December 31st.
And I said, we got till the end of the year, So next month, Andrew and his guys are gonna start walking through the building. We would take measures, like, oh, let's kind of see, kind of like, we're gonna move in. So again, I think he does want us to push him. He told us that. He said, I need to retire. I want to retire. I've been trying to retire, but he just can't say no to customers. So, but our maintenance team is gonna go in there and just start deciding. He wants to make sure it's completely cleaned out, but we are gonna walk through and just say, you can leave this, or this needs to go, and that. So to kind of help him in that, don't get rid of things if we might be able to repurpose it. And then, yeah, the maintenance team's gonna start with tape measures and paper and cans. So, that's where it's exciting, and, but again, we're not putting any pressure on Gary. He's been a great lease teacher. And then other than that, the rest of it's on the agenda.
Will we rest this salary report?
They did pass their budget for this upcoming year. They had a 4% increase on the shares, which doesn't affect our budget. We do levy enough to make sure that we cover that share. So we're good to go there.
Jay, did you
Yes.
touch on the field?
We're gonna do that. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do it later on the agenda.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Park Foundation.
Our next meeting will be in January of 26. I have people that ask for applications and they're out asking to get back to me if they can before the holidays. And then somebody who was interested last time from our soccer, Mike, I just got his email, so I'll send it to him. So we should have a full board starting 2026 instead of just one member and towards here.
Unfinished business. Tell us about the legal symposium.
It was another great symposium. I like to recap because a lot of the legal symposium stuff does pertain to board policies and procedures. They did touch, obviously, on the Open Meetings Act, the FOIA, and I'm just trying to think if there was any other highlights. Regular routine legal.
Regular routines.
Confirm.
Nothing.
But yeah,
Exercising his rights.
it just kind of, it just kind of like keeps us in check where we're at on legal stuff. So it was a good,
Yeah,
very good
nothing-
symposium.
Nothing,
Earth shattering.
yeah, nothing surprisingly new, so.
Jackie, you got anything to say about sports field renovations?
So first and foremost, I know at the last thing we did kind of discuss we did have a professional come in and look at the sports field. We do have 1 to 2 years, they said, on the condition. That doesn't change what we're doing. So we also did, look into, we did the repairs. They came out and did a great job doing the repairs, and then we're going to do a full whatever that maintenance, yeah, he has the actual terminology for it. The nice thing is I did receive a update on the grant application, which never happens, which did surprise us. But we did receive an update that we are in round 2 and that they are going to make the announcement before the holidays, which is very exciting. And I did send that along to our architect, and so Eric from Hitchcock is going to send us the proposal for us to approve at the December meeting so that we can hit the ground running. Whether or not it's, if we are awarded it or not, we will have that proposal ready to go so that we can hit the ground running. So it's exciting. We also have been, this is kind of, the conversation that happened 2 meetings ago did definitely open up our minds to what is out there, what we can do. There is one thing that we did talk about last meeting, that the youth football is, they do have a lot of scholarships, grants to help purchase or pay for fields. Girls flag football is a really popular thing right now. So that's exciting, that we can also get additional funds to help pay for this, because it is an expensive endeavor for sure. And any way that we can fund it is what we're looking for. So that's the exciting part of it.
It is the exciting part of it. I wonder if that's a question, Jackie.
Absolutely.
With us being in round 2 with the grants, what would it actually mean? What exactly does it mean that we would hit the ground running? We arrived at what it is that we're going to do in whatever option it is. I know we had community input on one day over the summer, but have we landed on what specific?
No, that's part of hitting the ground running.
Okay,
So
that's.
basically, Hitchcock will propose to us the design, the construction, the bidding, all those different things that need to happen. to make this project happen.
And is it fair to say that at that time we will solicit or maybe set up some form of town hall or more community input so that everybody weighs in?
Well, every board meeting, we will be having conversations about it once so when we, and some of the board that, when we did Rieger Park and Remembrance Park, what would happen is Hitchcock would come in, here's option A, here's option B, okay, this is what we're proposing, and I would constantly communicate that to the board, and then we would bring it to the board meetings to say, you know, this, I like this feature, we have this. The only restrictions, and I remember this was a question with the other parks, we just have to make sure that the features that we got the money for are completed. So, and that's typically the game boards, and there's specifics, like the soccer, or the sports field was one of them. So we just have to make sure that's complete, kind of like, I think it was the bathrooms, I think there was a couple of questions that we just have to make sure that those specifics are included.
I'm just wondering if this is an opportunity to just solicit even more input beyond just the monthly board meeting. Maybe have some sort of special session, some form of.
Well, once
I mean, people are starting obviously to pay more and more attention, which is good because we have an audience. I will dress up more, folks, next time around. But you get, I mean, I think that's getting more and more like, how can we get more people engaged in the process? Because I think all of us feel ownership on it.
Yes.
It's great news.
Absolutely.
And I think people want to be able to weigh in.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, we were just talking about this today, that you know, we have a monthly board meeting, and we love to have people come and give us their feedback, because if you don't tell us, we don't know. But one thing that we have done, you know, we can put together events and set dates and times, but it doesn't work for everybody.
Right.
So we would rather set the schedule on your time, so give us a call. I know, we've met on the soccer field more than once, and that's great. I've had great meetings out here on the Harrison Street property. I've had great meetings on each park. You know, Andrew, everybody, you drive to the park and you're gonna find a staff member. And having, that gives you an opportunity to do it on your schedule, and it gives you an opportunity to have your agenda.
That seems,
So that's what we like to do.
So I appreciate the great degree of flexibility.
We
there.
definitely
I mean, I think that's something that community can work
Also-
around, you know, and find ways that it can work for you.
Absolutely.
It won't be midnight, I don't think.
I mean, I go to bed early.
I think one of the things we could try is maybe at 5:30, before a regular board meeting, have the architect here with all of his drawings and what we're thinking, and give people that half hour outside of a regular board meeting where they could walk in and go, yeah, I don't like that, I need this. And then they don't have to stay 2 hours, they can still get home and get kids, you know, what they gotta do.
We've done it
Well,
before.
in the past, you've also always had tech boards downstairs.
Right.
Yes.
When people are coming in and out, and
They've been down there since we did it, and we had to take them down because they didn't build as those.
We've had
before,
community
but,
input
they
meetings
might have
before,
to
we
then
had
go back out.
easels with plans of the park.
Yeah, and we
The
did
one
it
that's
this
there
summer.
now
Yeah.
was chosen by the residents.
But I think now that we have this opportunity coming up,
Absolutely.
we can redo all of that. And we have the opportunity of a new website and a lot more social media, so you can communicate with people.
Yeah, Adam and I just had a conversation before this meeting after I looked at the website, and one of the things that we can do on the website is on the board page. Is it called the board page? Is it Board of Commissioner page? We were thinking, this is just an idea, we just talked about it, so there's still some kind of switched around. But have a, basically, we want to get to know you on that page and have questions that you would like to ask. And as a board member, what do you want to ask the public? And then have a fillable form for them to respond. And then that is all archived, it's all, you know, documented, it's all searchable. So that's definitely, with the new website, that's something we can do. And so I may be reaching out to you to, hey, give me your questions, so then we can add that, and we'll just have a fillable form there for it. And so that kind of can engage. This website, the exciting thing about it is, when I saw it today, it's just very readable, it's very clean, it's very
it's
attractive, and it's so, we're hoping that gets more, we get more feedback because of it.
So Jake, going back to the grants, we made it to second round 2. We'll find out before the holidays, so let's say the 20th or whatever. So everything goes well, we get it, we get this grant. So I know you don't have it, 'cause you have talked to the architect, but what's kind of the time frame where we would break ground, or what do you think? I know it's not a definitive, but everything goes well, we get the grant.
So I'm just, in my mind, I'm just trying to think of the things that will hold us up, the red tape. MWRD, we will have to get permits.
Water permits.
So that will hold us up. Village, it's usually very easy, those permits are good. The design, the engagement, so each time something changes, it has to go back to the architect to redesign, and it's not a matter of, let's pull the slide out and put the other slide in. There are architect and grades, and there's a lot that goes into that, so those are factors. So that being said, if we find out, we'll probably spend January, February, making sure the designs are finished. So basically what has to happen is the design has to be done, it has to be reviewed, it has to be confirmed, it has to be finalized. Once it is finalized, then the architect puts that together in the construction bid documents. We go out to bid, that's a 6-week process. We award the bid, which is the next board meeting, so that we're talking a total of 8 weeks to get it awarded to the contractor. So now we're talking, now we're at 5 months. So that's what, like, I wish, and I mean, there have been so many times, like, we have racked our brains because it is a process that we wish would go so much faster, but we are all at the mercy of so many other people, and what goes on behind the curtain is so, the red tape, and we have this schedule, and this person's schedule, and this person's schedule, they all have to go together to make it happen for our schedule, and we're dependent on that. Once we get everything awarded, we typically go ahead and order equipment, so things like the surface, the playground equipment, so that's in place when the contractor starts. I'm trying to think of, so, yeah.
That's a good question.
But at best, this is a fall build. It's not,
You're
it's not a
probably
spring
good.
of
Yes,
2026.
spring soccer won't get affected by this.
Well,
No, we will not
That's
be
what
able
I
to
wanted
use
to ask,
spring
because that's on a different timeline, right? You're talking about the broader development, the new park redevelopment, like the sports field.
It's all the same, it's all the
You
same.
have to wait until the whole design is done to go on the sports field? Why is that?
Because it's part of the grant. So we're not gonna ask the architect or the contractor, when it goes out to bid, it's bid as a park. It's not bid as individual things.
Is it possible that the field will be ready before the rest of the park, or does all of it have to start at once?
No, it doesn't all have, I mean, once it's ready to go, we set up the schedule with the contractor, and the contract, we can
Prioritize?
sway that, like, we can navigate that with them to say, hey, this is a schedule of soccer and football, because
So in
youth
accordance
football's
to
gonna
the-
use it, lacrosse is gonna use it, soccer, it's everybody's schedule, we're gonna work around that. Summertime is our slowest time on the soccer field, so that would be ideal. But again, we have 5 different schedules to go off of.
I think we can very easily say, though, in wintertime, we can't do the surfaces like in the playground area, but we might be able to dig the soccer field and do that work, even if the weather isn't exactly perfect for it. So we can play with that stuff a little bit, but we have a harder time playing with the scope. Because that's all written into the grant.
Is it a significant cost for revision to be submitted to the architect?
I'd have to look at how the proposal looks, but typically they give us so many, and then after that, they say, okay, now it costs you additional. So I can't say if it's 2 or 3 or 5, but they typically say, this is how many times it should take you. If it takes you more, then it's gonna be an additional fee.
Mike, have you guys thought about utilizing the south end of our softball fields? Because field 3 is not there anymore.
Not yet.
Well, I know when the youth Huskies, when we said, do you want some space? They're like, we'll just use the Roos Hill.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, Little League right now, I mean, any kind of confusion, we have youth Little League uses our fields. Youth football uses our fields. Youth soccer, so we serve all of these different entities. They use the Roos Hill, they use the softball fields, outfield, I mean, right now they're using the outfield for, and they pay full price. So, there are other options that we can work with you in the interim, in the park, if we can find space, but you gotta be willing to be flexible, it's not gonna be perfect. But, that's how that goes.
You talked about the red tape part of it. Does all the designs and everything need to be final before you start applying for those red tape, the permits and all that?
MWRD we can apply for
Okay.
ahead of time.
And it almost says that we should.
Yes,
Yeah,
we'll
we-
do that. That's what we did with Reader, and yeah, we did all
learned
that.
our lesson with MWRD.
Because that was 6 to 9 months for that, but we can do that right away.
That's the Cook County Water Reclamation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if there's any changes in between, you still won't have to go back.
That won't matter, because we can make those changes with them. It's every time you have to send the design back, because somebody has made a change, that has to, but once the design is approved, then it has to be spec'd out in construction documents, so we go out to bid, because, to get the contractor and award the contractor. So, it has to be finalized before we can go out to bid.
But we do start applying for permits before it's even out for bid. Once
That's
we
fine.
have a design that everybody has approved, then the architect can get it to MWRD and anybody else who might need to approve it.
That's what I was trying to see, is the timeline of, and if any of those timelines overlap or can overlap.
Yes, and we do that. That's what, again, I wish, if there was, we had a conversation, I believe it was Rieger Park, that, with the architect, like, the one thing that, if everybody could see all the different things that we are juggling to make this happen, because it is a lot of making sure everything gets in place. But we've got a lot of experience now, a lot more experience.
But that is like really invaluable feedback from the architect, right? Maybe everybody does need to see a lot of what's going on.
Yeah.
So we all get a better
And
understanding
if
of what
anybody
it
wants,
takes, right?
and that's the thing, if anybody wants to see it, you can come see it, but you gotta understand, you gotta hear it and understand it. This is what it takes, and it's not any other reasons. This is what it takes to do that, and so look at what's behind the curtain, is we'll show you everything, but you gotta, I can't change it, so that's the hard part, so.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Jackie, I was just wondering if you could share the specifics in the proposal right now, that, you know, because you said some things were not movable, you mentioned a game, something or other, and, you know, could you share those with us?
I'm gonna have to think,
Or
I
it
know
can
the
be
soccer
later, I don't
field-
wanna put you on the spot.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to have, there's a rain garden, there's the soccer field, there's, the game tables, like the game features, gosh, I'm trying to think of,
The ADHD, or the disability, there's something like that.
yeah, you're putting,
I'm asking because a lot of us, and we saw that the one community meeting that we did have, overwhelmingly, there were basketball courts.
Mhm.
We need the basketball.
Yeah.
so we do have an idea for that, yes.
Okay, that's.
Because it is definitely, it is a financial endeavor,
Oh, sure.
very deep, that it's a very expensive endeavor, but we have ideas, kind of like what we did with the pickleball courts. We have some ideas that we think might work, that we don't have to invest $1 million in and figure that out.
Can I interject one thing, just for clarification? All of the elements that we include with the grant make our grant more attractive to get the funding. That's why those elements are so important. And this is a matching grant, it's a matching funds grant, so if they give us $600,000, we are responsible to come up with $600,000, and usually we spend more than the matching portion that we, for example, both on Remembrance and Rieger Park, those parks were over $1 million, and at that time, we were only getting $400,000 from the IDNR, the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. So I only say that to say that all of these requirements are part of the reasons why if we decide, well, we're gonna remove this and this and this, that could hurt our chances in getting a grant. And so that's why all of these elements are important, and it's also important, again, going back to the whole matching funds thing, that the residents pay their tax bills.
But that is the thing, like, we did put the game boards in there because, or the game tables, I keep calling them, but those are different specifics because that's what they're looking for. And so that's, like the dog pit at Rieger Park, that's what they're looking for, so that's why we put that in there.
But you can add to it.
Oh, yeah,
In our funds, and is it just this fiscal year, when you're talking about the $600,000 match, or how does that work, it's over two?
That was just
It
an
may-
example, it was 600.
No, no.
So when it
That was
comes to the
just an
fiscal
example.
year, when it comes to us getting the grants, we have money set aside in this fiscal year, but this will more than likely carry over to the next fiscal year.
And
Because,
just,
because of the timing of the construction, it'll cross over both fiscal years.
and the grants are actually funded.
Yeah, 2 years.
But the grants are actually funded by the state budget, and the state fiscal year starts June 1st to, I think, July 1st to June 30th. So those, like, the grants that we're hoping for are in the budget that was passed by the state of Illinois.
But we have to come up with a budget. Like currently, we haven't even received all of our money for Remembrance Park. So, and we already paid for all of that. So that's, that kind of, yes, this is definitely gonna be over 2 fiscal years.
Okay.
Two other quick things.
Thank you, Jen.
And so you know, all of this is directed by state law because it's a municipal project. So state law dictates that you give 6 weeks for the guys to bid. It's gotta be on the street. If it was us, we'd say, yeah, every contractor in the world knows we're doing this project, but state law requires that it stay on 6 weeks. You gotta do the engineering the way that the state requires the engineering to do. So a lot of these guidelines are placed upon us by the state. The second thing is there'll be no problem for us / the architect at some point to publish our key dates.
Yes.
When we'll have final drawings, when we can get them to the street, when bidders have to have it returned by, when we'll open, we can publish all that, so everybody will know.
The next board meeting, our architect will have prepared the proposal. And I don't know if he gives us a schedule. He could give us a tentative like timeline.
Like is
It's very vague.
Board meeting in December?
We will have a proposal. He'll be able to give us it has to be complete by this date, which I believe is probably spring of 2027. But then in our first actual sit-down meeting with him, which will probably be after the first of the year, we'll get a schedule. And they're usually pretty good at sticking to
They
it.
are, but a lot falls on the GC too.
Yes,
That's gonna be most
100%.
important, which we won't find out until after we work it.
Yeah, so whoever we end up getting as our contractor, so. But again, and all these, the red tape, they're there for a reason. We understand, we don't, we want to make sure we're following how that
I
works.
mean, in the end, obviously, we want to land the grant, right? I mean,
That's the ultimate thing is $600,000 will go a long way. I mean, the soccer field costs more than that, so we need to get that grant.
Are there any other matters for discussion?
thank you again.
Hearing none, let's go on to new business, and I need a motion that the board adopt ordinance number 251120, levying taxes for the Park District, Forest Park, Cook County, and the state of Illinois for the year 2025. Motion?
Motion.
Second.
With a motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, call the roll.
Alzamora. Aye. Lyons. Aye. McDermott. Sansoni.
Aye.
Gillian.
Tell us about the IAPD, IPRA, and the conference.
I just need to know who's attending. I have hotel rooms if needed. But we easily cancel those. But the registration, the early bird is the first week of December. It's a great conference for, especially for board members, new board members.
Am I getting a?
She's looking at you.
If I look down this way, but it is a
Let's
great
talk this
informative. And then you also get to see, you get to meet with these different vendors.
What's
and
the date?
January 29th.
Yeah,
January.
January 29th through.
Yes, Sunday.
Alabama from my other board.
Oh.
But anyway, we'll figure it
But
out.
we'll figure it out, maybe we can get a day or two, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
very,
let's
you get to, like I said, you meet vendors, it helps to understand the process. Okay.
I need a motion that the board accept Roy Sansoni as delegate. Oh, Kristen Lyons as the first alternate, and Timothy as the second alternate.
This is for the vote.
Designated
Roy
to
will be
serve as
there.
delegates in the annual business meeting with the Illinois Association of Park Districts. Motion? Motion? Second?
I'll second or move it, whatever.
Okay, so,
Hearing a motion and a second, any discussion?
wait, who seconded it?
I moved it.
I second it.
Okay, okay.
Hearing none, call the roll, quick.
We have to formally do this for IAPRA or IAPD to make sure somebody's there to vote. Roy always does the honors and makes sure
But
somebody
you
votes.
see it every year, and I'm always the alternate. One year he's gonna get like smallpox or something and not be there.
Nice knowing you.
All right, call the roll.
Rough audience here.
Aye. Lyon.
Aye.
McDermott, Sansoni.
Aye.
Gillian.
All right, you know, I didn't see a second public comment, so I'll add it now.
Oh, they usually, I was gonna say,
It's
they
If I
September
missed it,
22.
can do it after closed
It's
session,
22,
but,
Tim.
Oh, okay.
oh, wait, people don't have
do
to,
that.
I mean, if we, I mean,
Let's let people do it now, so
Yeah,
we
you
don't
don't
have to wait through closed session. Any other public comment? Going, gone.
and there's no action being done during closed session, so.
Okay, we were going to be going into closed session now, so you folks are welcome to leave.
Did I get a motion to go into closed session? Motion. Thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
Call roll, please.
All in favor?
Aye. Good night, everybody. Thank you for
Good night.
having happy Thanksgiving.